Hello everyone, today I have a Lenovo Ideapad 120. It's either a 120 or a 120s or something along the lines of that. I'll put the right name on the screen and it'll also be in the title so you'll already know. But I don't have anything to say when I start these videos. What you're going to need is a prying tool of some sort. I've got a couple here. Two metal ones, one bigger than one small, and then another one here. It's got a pointy edge and a flat edge. So I just have a little bit of a variety here. I don't know which one would be the best. I'm going to use them and see what happens. I've also got a couple tools here just in case I do need them. So it just kind of depends what you feel like you would need. But anyway, you would need a prying tool and a screwdriver with a T4, screwdriver with a P80, and a screwdriver with a PH00. I'm trying to show you all at once, but I can't. So I've got a T4, P80, and a PH00. That's the screwdrivers you're going to need, and you're going to definitely need a prying tool. Everything else is just optional for me. So this is all you need. So let's just get into it. Flip the laptop over. You have 3 here, 3 in the middle, and 4 at the bottom. T4, just remove all the screws. Okay, I've removed all the screws. Something to note, these screws are all the same size, so it doesn't matter which screw you put where, so you can just have them all in one pile. And then you want to get your prying tool and go around the edge and pry it open. I'm just going to start with my wee metal one here. I just like to stick one in and then go around with the other one. Once you have this much up, you should just be able to use your fingers to go around. You could probably just lift it. I probably don't recommend that, but I just did it anyway. Panel, just like so. You can just set it to the side. Then you're revealed with this part here. Now we're going to take off these speakers here first. So you've got 2 screws here. These are PH00. So we're going to swap our screwdriver to the star. Take off these screws here and these screws here. These screws are also all the same size, so you just need to know that these screws here are for the back, these screws are for the speakers. You just need to know like which screws go where. Now that we've got the screws off, there will be, located here and here where I'm pointing at, the leads will go in. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see them better, starting with the left. Okay, I've zoomed a bit on the left. You can see right here is where our cable is. So we're just going to need to take that cable out, like so. Easy peasy. And then we will just need to lift this speaker out. There will be this wire here that will feed around. And oh flip, that's not good. I just dropped the speaker. But anyway, yeah, that goes there. So that comes out there. It was a bit, I didn't really explain that the best, but it's the wires fed through in here. You have to get them out, and then you can just remove your speaker. I'm just going to set that up there. Now the right side is right over here. I don't want to zoom in too close because then it gets really blurry. But right here is our cable, so we're just going to need to remove that as well. And there we go, that cable is out. And then we can just also lift our, this one doesn't have any wires feeding through anywhere, it's very short. And that's that. Then we can just set that up there with the other speaker. Then we're going to take off this battery. So, this is a PH0 instead of a PH00, so I'm going to swap my screwdriver again. Now, before we do take this off, we do have to take off about, I think I'm seeing 4 clips. This clip here, this little, no, it's not a clip, it's like a wire held on by a clip. But this wire here, this long, thicker wire here, these wires here, and then this wire that's over the battery. So we're going to have to remove them. We'll start with the easiest, this wee rainbow kind of colored one, red, green, blue, white, yellow, and black. That one literally just comes out by pulling it out. It's very hard to get at. I wouldn't recommend pulling the wires. That probably would work, but I don't recommend it. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if these will work. This one's, I know I said I'll start with the simplest, like it's the simplest working one, but it's gonna be a bit hard to get out. Okay, it's slowly but surely coming. Maybe just go one side, then go to the other side. There we go. That's out. Can be a bit difficult to work with. We'll go to this one next to it. It's a pretty I don't know why I started with that one. I said I was going to start with the simplest first, but it's really not the simplest. This one is a bit different. So you will need to just lift this wee clip up here. This wee black clip. And then this cable will just come out like so. Now, the other side of this is stuck to the battery. So you will need to, it's a bit of an adhesive, you will just need to rip that off the battery. And that can just sit there. And the next one we'll do this, I'll actually just sit that back down so that we can see this blue one here, so it's easier to see. It works the same way, it's just smaller. This little clip lifts up, this little black clip that you can't really see, my fingers in the way, but that clip's moving there. It'll go up, and then this wee blue clip can just come out really easily. And it can kind of just sit there as well. Then the final one is this big cable here that leads into here. It's the same mechanism again. You will just need to lift this side. Oh no, actually, wait, no, this one is, no, this one's different. Oh, this one's different. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. That cable lifts up that way. You can see it moving there. Lifts up the way, and the cable will just come out. Sorry, I've done that before. It's just, I don't know. I didn't even, maybe I just haven't done it before. Oh, I'm zooming all over the show. We're here. Then, PH0. Oh, we can take that off again. PH0. Screw here. A screw here. A screw over here. A screw up here. A screw here. And I think that's all the screws. So we'll take them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws out. And then you can just put them aside as well. So we know we have our screws for the back, screws for the speakers, and then the screws for the batteries. And these screws are also the same size. Oh, and they're really squeaky, these ones. Now, those 5 screws, that should be, yeah, they're the only screws that you need to take out. And this battery I'll just lift out, weird L-shaped battery. That I can set aside. Then we can get access to our processor now. I'm just going to stick that down there. It's a bit weird, this thing's a bit annoying. But I'm going to actually put that cable back in. Yeah, that makes it out of the way better. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I would just keep that unplugged. No, let's go for the Wi-Fi card first because it's connected to that board actually. Wi-Fi card up here. We do have 2 cables stuck to it. A grey one at the back and a black one closer to me. We will simply just pull the black one off, this grey one off, and the black one off. And they can just go to the side, or just sit there. Then we have, is this a pH0 as well? Yep, this screw you should be able to get off with a pH0. This we silver screw here. This is not coming up as much of an angle as it usually does. So this is only one screw. I'm just going to set that over away. It usually comes up at a more of a 45-degree angle, but this one doesn't seem to come up with much of an angle. But you'll just take that card out, and it'll just come out there. And we can just set that aside. Then we can take off our board here. Actually, I'm gonna need to take off this the CR 3020, is it? I don't know what one it is, but this wee battery here, this cable, is gonna need to come off. And then we can take off the board, but I'm gonna have to take off this clip over here again because I put it back in. There we go. And then I'm gonna have to take off this wee clip again. And then we can finally take this off. Now there's a couple of screws here. There are 3 silver ones in the middle. So they're one grip of screws. And then there's a screw at over here at the side, if you can see it. Then another screw here. Another screw over here behind this wire. A screw here, which is lost online. And I think that's the only 3 screw. Oh, it's right there. I had that. That screw was lost. There'll be a little screw with the Lenovo logo that'll be up here. Mine's just, I just found it there. That was not there before. So again, this screw here, this screw here, this screw up here, and then 3 panels screws here. We'll take off this silver panel. Then there'll be a couple more we'll do after. So let's take off these 3 silver screws first. Then this screw up here is already out. Then this one. Then this one over here, if you can see it. Then this one up here behind the battery wire. The CR. Whatever those batteries are called, they're really annoying names. Then this panel should just lift off. It actually, it is a bit weird, these actually. I can never find out what is stopping them from coming up. There's always something. There we go. You might just have to fiddle with it a wee bit. But always do make sure all the screws are right and you're not bending something. So, that's that. There's a wee bit of this thermal. It's like a thermal, it's not paste, but it's not sticky or liquid or anything. I don't know what that is, but you can just set this wee panel aside. I'm gonna set it up there. Then that's our processor there. With it's soldered on, so unfortunately we don't get to remove that. Because they're getting more and more annoying, these computer manufacturers. We have 3 more screws. I'll move this. There's one here, and one here. And that's the only 3 screws we need to take off. Now, I've just realized something. There is, unfortunately, a wee cable I have not been able to take out. Oh, this is kind of bad. I don't know how to take out this cable. This cable up here, it's covered in fabric, and I've never actually been able to take it out. Because if I pull on it, the fabric just starts coming off. And I don't actually know how this comes out. Let me just see if I can figure it out. Okay, yeah. It literally just comes off. It's a lot easier than you think. It literally just comes off the board. You can just peel it off from underneath and it comes off the board. Then this wee board here, you can just lift it up. Now, there will be a little, like, this board will not come up. If I lift it here, this one's a lot easier because you can just lift it up at one side and slide it out. But on the Acer Aspire, there was these ports. See these 4 ports here? The aux port, a HDMI port, USB-A and a USB-C port. On the Acer Aspire, they're stuck in these pieces of plastic here. They actually are stuck a wee bit. They're stuck in these pieces of plastic, and you will just need to push the ports out. So that's just if anyone needs help with the Acer Spire video. Then we can just take this board out and set it to the side. Being careful of that CPU with the weird paste and stuff. Then I'm not actually sure what this is here, but we're going to take off this piece of board here. So there's one screw up here, one screw here, and one screw down here. 3 black screws. Will the PH0 fit it? Yep, PH0. Just take off those 3 screws. And then this wee board should just lift up. Easy peasy. Don't even know what that board is. There's a wee card for it or whatever. Wee board, just set that aside. I'm just going to set that there with them screws. So I know it's for them. Then we have this piece of plastic here. I mean, if you ever need to take it off, I'm going to show you how to take it off now. I don't even know what it's for. It's just kind of there. But we're going to need to take off 2, way over here to the side, 2 screws here. There's none under there. Next one's here. And then next one's up here. Next one's up here. And then there's one down here. And I think that's it. So let's go and take them off. And I'm actually not sure if these ones are all the same size, so I'm going to set them out anyway. And then I'll figure out if they are all the same size. Okay, it does seem like they're going to be the same size. Let's just... They do seem to be... Yeah, they're going to be the same size by the looks of it. Yeah, these are all the same size. And then this whole board here will lift up. This bit's stuck down, so just make sure all these wires are out of the way. You'll need to take off these wires from earlier. They just feed through here, through loads of little grooves in the board. It shouldn't be too hard to take out. And then you've got this piece of plastic here. As I say, there's nothing on it at all. It's just kind of there. Set that aside. Then it's very difficult to take off the keyboard. I actually don't even know what this cable is, but the keyboard is, you probably have to take off this panel here. This keyboard. Let me see, does it lift? I don't even know how. I think the keyboard is not able to come off at all. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the keyboard can't come off. But that's all I'm going to take off from here. We can now get to the screen for people who need it. So we'll just flip the laptop over again. There is a lot of stuff dangling down there, so you just want to be kind of careful. There is still a lot of stuff underneath there. Then we can open it up. I'm going to zoom out here. We can open it up here. Going easy with that because it's very thin now. Then we do need to take off this border here. Now this came off many times on mine, so and it's broken in the middle, so it comes off kind of easily on mine. And the bottom here will be stuck with an adhesive that you will need to take off. But this border here, there we go. So all these bits will come off easily, and then there is just an adhesive. Mine's came off before, so it's kind of easy. But if there are parts that don't come off easily, make sure the adhesive stays on the screen and does not come off with your border. It's better to keep that adhesive on the screen. Now here it says don't touch. You don't want to touch it. You can't really see it on the camera, but it does say don't touch down at the bottom there in red writing. You can hardly see it. But take off this black border here and just set it to the side. Then we can take off the screen. So we will need to take off this screw here. There's 2 screws. There's one notch here and one notch here. Take off that screw. Same here. Take off this screw here, not this screw, this screw. Then here at the bottom, this screw here. And at the bottom, this screw up here. So I'm going to take those screws off. I'm going to try and do it on front of the camera here, because it's going to be kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to screw like this. But there's one. There's 2. 3. And 4. Now this screen will come off, and there will be a cable connected to it here at the bottom. I'll zoom in. Down at the bottom here, there will be a little cable. There'll be a little, if you flick up at the end here, there'll be a bar that comes up. Once that bar comes up, the cable can just disconnect from it. You will need to, I'll do, that was kind of quick, but the cable will come off, like so. And then once we zoom out, the screen can just come off, set it aside. I mean, that's all I'm really gonna, let's see. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do, today. So we take our screen. We would need to put our little cable back on. So our cable, this is a bit of a difficult, it's a bit, oh yeah, our screen has adhesive on it. It's a bit difficult to get this in, but I should be able to manage. It's just kind of, you might have to pick with that a wee bit. It is hard to get in, but I've got it in there. And the bar just comes back down again. And then we'll put our screen back up. And then we'll need to take our 4 screws from earlier and put them back. One. Oh. Ah. Two. Three. This can be a bit difficult to screw in like this. You shouldn't be screwing it in like this. You'd be having it down with the keyboard in the air, but I'm just doing this for the video. And 4. Then we'd go back to our little back border. It'll just, I recommend doing it from the top because it's hard to get the bottom in place. There we go. Ah. Never mind, maybe don't. It's probably easier to do it from the bottom. And the bottom will go in. And I just want to press down here a wee bit, not too hard because you don't want to damage the screen, but you want to get that adhesive stuck on as much as possible. Then you can just fold that down carefully because it is a bit delicate still at this point. Then from here we have our wee grey piece here. So you kind of just need to put it into place. Where does it go? You need to lift that up. Oh no, this goes over it. That cable goes over it. That cable goes over. But that's the position there. This battery can probably be used as a wee guiding point because there's a wee groove here in the plastic. That'll help you there. Just zooming in a wee bit, we need to put our 2 screws here, one up here, and one down here. So I like to always put in my screws first for some reason, like that. You don't have to. It's just I don't know, it's a preferred way. I don't know why. I just dropped that screw. Where did that go? I didn't see where that went. I'm blind. Oh, it's right there. And then you can just screw them in. So one over here, one up here, one over here, one up here. Yeah. Oh, I'm not the best at putting in screws sometimes. Then one over here. And one down here. Okay, then we're going to need to feed these wires through. There's just a groove here, put it underneath that, put it at the back over here, put it under the groove, put it under the groove here, up, put it under the groove, up, then put it under this third groove. It's kind of hard to do with my fingers, show you with my fingers in the way, but it goes under this groove, over, under this groove, over, then under this groove, and you can kind of just set them there for now because you need to put a card in. What's next? The wee board. This board here. You can just make sure it's above, underneath all these cables here, and make sure that battery cable over here is underneath it. Above it. But all these, this board should kind of just fit into place. It can be a bit tricky, but it should just fit into place there. Let's put on this cable. So we just press that on. Trying to press too hard. We can put our little battery cable in. So that should just pop in. That shouldn't be too hard. We can put this no, I don't think we can actually. I'll see. Then we need to put on 3 screws down the side here. So one at the top. You should try and remember where all these screws are from before. I have mine all laid out. You can do the same. It's a pretty good method of remembering where everything is. Second screw there, and then a third screw at the bottom. Then we can put on our little panel up here. So panel there. It's always annoying trying to get them under all the wires and stuff, like so. But I'm pretty sure that's it there. Set that on. Then we can go with our. I'm gonna go with the 3 silver screws on in the center. You can start with the outside screws if you want. Doesn't really matter. So these 3 screws here. Then these 4 blue. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 screws. The one with the Lenovo logo. This is the warranty sticker. If you take that screw off, I probably should have said it before. It voids the warranty. My warranty is already over. This is a couple of years old, so the warranty is already over. But the Lenovo sticker, just to make it look the best, the Lenovo sticker goes at the top right corner here. Yeah, it's barely intact anymore, but. And the other 3 screws. The one, this battery wire here is always in the way. Then the other screw down here. And then another screw down here. Oh. Over here. like so. Then it seems like we can put this blue cable in, so make sure this little bar is flipped up again, and that screw should just go in. It's kind of hard though to get that screw in. There we go. And then you can just flip that down. Hopefully you can see that it's in nice and well. Then let's get our battery in. So just lift up this wire and then set that in, and then you can just lift this wire up from underneath and set that on top. Stick this one back onto the battery, and then you can put this one back in. So same as before, bar up, just put that in. It'll be easier than that blue one. That blue one, because it's so small, can be quite hard. And fold the bar down. Then this one here, you can just put it in now. That one's easy to push in. Once you push that in, a wee light up here will come on. So I don't know if you saw it, but once you push that in, a wee light up there should come on. Then that one we can't put in yet, but this board up here. So we're actually going to put that board in now. This board from earlier. We can just stick that there. Oh no, it's actually no, it's not this way. This can be a bit difficult to get into place because of the ports. There we go. Just fit, some of these things just fill with a bit. Then the 3 screws, we'll put them in. Same as before, this bar up here, up, and then this cable can just go in. Fold the bar down. What else is there to do? This wee Wi-Fi card. We'll put in the Wi-Fi card here, up here, like this way. It'll go in like this. So we put that in. It seemed to be going in a really low angle before, so down like push it in like so. Oh, and then make sure these wires are out of the way. Wires are always in the way with these. They don't make anything simple. I think pads are simple, but other models aren't. Then this wee silver screw goes in up there. Then black cable goes closest to you. These can be really difficult to get in. And then this grey cable goes furthest from you. I'm gonna have to probably come back because these are so difficult. They're really hard to actually get on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to come back. These are really hard to get on. Never press too hard with them. Oh no, I managed to get the grey one on. There we go. I managed to get them on. That's our Wi-Fi card. Oh yeah, the screws for our battery. I forgot about that. Screws for our battery. Let's put our first one up here at the back. Screw that on. Up here at the top right. Down here. Then over to the right. There's one down here. And then one up here. Then we're going to do our speakers. So let's start with the right one. Speaker like so. it'll just, oh no, it's way down here. Like so. Take the 2 screws. I'm going to have to go to my PH00 because it's slightly smaller. Just set that on top. Screw it in. Take another one. Set it on. Screw it in. Then our wee cable shouldn't be too hard to put in. Similar to the other. There we go. That should be easy. It's similar to this up here and the left speaker, which we're going to do now. Left speaker. Set it in there. Then what the first of the screws. Set it on. Screw it in. Then second one up here. Screw it on. Then this wire, it's very weird. It goes underneath that cable there, underneath that one. Then around this piece that sticks out, and then through here. It doesn't even really matter that much if you can't do that. It can just go around here and plug in. I don't even know why they need to have it there. But just try and get it like I have it here. I'll show you at a better angle. Try and get it like this. So under this tab here, under this tab here, around the outside, and then through like that. And then we'll put it in. Oh, other way actually. Like so. So try and have it like that. Then I actually think that's everything, apart from the back. So we take our back cover. I'm going to zoom out to make it easier. Then we just set our panel on top. And we can just press everything down. And then we just need to put our screws in. So I'm going to switch back to our T4. And then put all our screws in. And once you have all your screws in, that is that done. So, hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.